Welcome to the show, man.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here at the Vertex. This is awesome.
I've been going to your chess events for about probably say about a year now. And as I've continued to go to your events, I notice how much of an active role you take in putting these things together. And I mean, it's not like you're just like sending somebody out there to handle the business. And it's not like you don't have enough time for people or like you're very short with people. I know that you make an active effort to like connect and involve newcomers and like seasoned people that come around. And it makes me think about the person that it takes to run those types of events and to run them in such an active way. And I think that's like my biggest question for you, and like the first official question I have is like, where does all that come from? Like it's seemingly this huge love for building and growing a community and helping people feel welcome. And I gotta know what helped build a person that would do something like that today.
I guess yeah, there's a couple levels to it. I've been in the hospitality industry for a long time. Um so I think just like kind of just providing a service, being there for people is just it's second nature for me. Like whenever I'm out at a restaurant, like I try to help clear the table. Like it's just instilled in me. So like whenever anyone comes to my events, it's I guess I just give like a good customer service, if you will. I think that's kind of a surface level way to put it, but that's that part of the hosting part. It's like when somebody comes to your bar or restaurant, you're basically hosting them at the venue. So I guess that's where my hosting comes from. As far as like the values and the heart and kindness that I guess it takes to do that would have to come from my mom for sure. Just the way I was raised, just to be kind and treat people. My mother's the most loving person I know, and like my whole like life and personality. The reason I am who I am is because of her, definitely. And when it came to this chess club starting, I never knew it was going to turn into this. The very first chess night I did had 4 people at it, including myself. It was me, a date I brought, and really 2 of my homies that worked at the barbershop and owned it, playing chess. That's where it started. And then it started to grow into something that I never like really anticipated. And I feel like the first wave of people, there was a lot of introverts. A lot of people maybe it's like only play chess online, or like the chess nerds, if you will, don't really like go out and socialize and kick it a whole bunch. And then after a couple months, after years, I'd start to see some of those same people start to like let their guard down and come out of their shells and grow and socialize and make friends and build these relationships. And I really, really love that. So I've bartended in a nightclub for years in service industry, and I've seen like a lot of people that are socializing, kicking it. It's kind of just not the type of people that I necessarily would like want to hang out with all the time. Just not super friendly, rude, just drunk, obnoxious, stuff like that. And those aren't the type of people that I typically would interact with just on my day to day. So it is awesome building a community where people could come out of their shell, like let their guard down and feel safe and have a good time and grow and let their colors shine. Like I've met some of the most amazing people over the chessboard that I wouldn't have met like in any other realm. And then like as I started to like look around at the chess community, it's literally like every demographic, every background, every walk of life, gender, religion, like, and it was really cool to me, like seeing. I was like, I know there's nothing else that would bring all these people together and have them become like build these relationships and friendships other than the game of chess. And they call the game the great equalizer. And I really noticed that. I love looking into the sea of people that come out and play chess now. And it's literally just every walk of life. I mean, you got some people that learned since they were 5 years old in private school, got lessons, and then playing against someone who made a mistake and had to sit down in prison for 5 years. But they're both amazing chess players and have their own style, and that board really brought them together. And it's really cool to see. and I have a lot of passion in that. And just over the years, like my different interactions with people, I'm not the best chess player by any stretch, but I just know it does wonders for like just like my mental health and just thinking and strategy and just logical thinking. Like I know when I'm going back and forth with someone who has kind of like a checkers mindset, just kind of just jumping around all willy nilly and kind of talk just to talk again, don't really talk to listen, don't have a whole lot of just strategy or logical sense at times versus someone with a chess mind. You can tell like how they move around with their life, relationships, how they listen, how they engage, the way they carry themselves. There's definitely a stigma, I believe, with the chess mindset and the checkers mindset. And I believe that if everyone in the world played chess, it'd be a much better place. We'd have a lot more logical thinkers. You'd see a lot less people crashing out on the news and doing stupid stuff, just jumping to that conclusion because they would kind of go through the logical part of it. Like, hey, maybe I shouldn't do that because that would put me and it could hurt me or others. And so once I started kind of seeing this safe space is being built for people to come let their guard down and be themselves and make friendships and show who they really are, then I really love making chess cool and the idea of making logical thinking cool. More people want to get involved with it and more people using their brains. And um, it started to mean more and more to me. And I wanted us to continue growing it. I love when people look at the chessboard, I immediately go greet them. It's like, I want to tell them all about it. There's open board, I come play, like just the more, the merrier. I really believe the more chess players we got out there, the better. And I think that's the real reason why I welcome everybody with open arms and anyone who's halfway interested or anything like, hey, come on, let me show you what it's all about. Like it's cool. It's not like no one was like really trying to join the chess club in high school like that. Like, it wasn't like the cool thing to do, unfortunately. But if we can keep making chess cool in Atlanta, I feel like, especially in Atlanta, like everything fire comes from Atlanta, like music, culture, like creativity, like people just love the A. So like, if we like really get chess popping here, we would get chess popping everywhere. And I love the culture in New York based off like what people have told me. They've traveled like outside of New York. Like we got a really solid scene here, and I'm really proud of it. So it's been cool to grow it.
There's so many points of connection here. So like I took a note of like the fact of, okay, chess players tend to be a little bit more logical and they tend to think things through because you naturally have to do that in the game. And that's something like, as a personality, I don't know if it's because of chess or what. I learned really early from my mom. I learned at like 10 years old. And my mom's always, she was always like, she said, every man needs to know how to play chess. I really think it's every person, but she was like, hey, every man needs to learn how to play chess because of, XYZ skills and it'll teach you about life. And one of those was, critical thinking, logical thinking, thinking about your consequences of your actions. And to this day, I'm one of those people that like my friends call me like the not fun one because like I'm the one that always plays it out. They'll be like, "Well, what if we do this?" And I'm like, "Okay, but then what? And then then what do we do at this point?" Or like, "You did this last time, and this happened. So what's gonna make it different this time?" And I constantly get criticized as like, "Bro, you don't never let nobody have nothing." And I'm like, just look at it. I just want you to see like what, I'm not saying don't do it, but I'm just like, okay, what are you gonna do when you get over here? Because like you're gonna have to figure that out too, And it's funny that's something that you'll get as a chess player, as you kind of get more into it. And I do think that's something that people need because like you said, it'd be less crazy people running around in the street. And also when it comes to the scene in Atlanta, I I was very I was very admiring of New York's chess scene. I love looking at the videos on YouTube about like the people going and playing the chess hustlers out in the parks and stuff like that. I've always wanted a scene like that here. And even growing up, it was something where I'll try to join like these chess clubs or I would play like at these church chess clubs and stuff like that. But I don't know if I knew the right people or what, but like me being very casual play like being a very casual player, I'm going here and I'm like I'm beating everybody. And I'm not the best chess player either. And I'm out here like beating everybody in these chess clubs and stuff. I'm like, okay, so this, I know I'm not the best person, but if I'm taking out everybody in these little chess clubs, like this can't be the scene either. So I was convinced that Atlanta just didn't really have a chess community, so I had to kind of just play online. But it's been so refreshing to be able to see you bring, the people together like that. Because I spoke with Chris yesterday, and he was telling me a little bit more about how there were all these like niche communities of chess, and I feel like Checkmate Club has brought all of these different scenes together, which has been like really beautiful. And I want also to introduce. I'd love to introduce you to some of the other communities. I know like two chess communities. I think you would you would you would play nice with if you don't know about them already. The There's like a roller skating chess community. I'm not sure if you know about these people, but
No.
so I know that they speak highly about the McDonald's on Cascade, like that group
Yeah,
of people, right?
for sure.
There's a couple of guys who skate. I'm pretty sure they're from New York, and they skate New York, New Jersey style, and they also play chess like in the rink. They'll pull up with the boards, they play, and they're good. They nasty on the board, and they'll just be in these corners. And I go in there and I play them all the time, and some of them I beat, some of them I don't. But I think it would be such a fun time to be able to like play chess and then skate it. Like it's such a nice mix that I'm like, man, I often find myself, both of those nights happen on Monday night. So I'm like, dang, I'm oftentimes trying to choose between like Checkmate Club and Skate Night. And I'm like, yo, these two should this is these two will write themselves. And also Tuesday nights, they have an art meetup called High Contrast. And it's all of Atlanta's like painters and muralists and things. And a lot of us play chess in there. I took the chessboard in there once, and people just started coming out the woodworks playing chess, and I'm like, yo, we actually got a little scene in here. Like people like this, and I think um there's definitely a lot of room to play, and I would love to connect y'all. I have very close ties with the people at High Contrast, and I know really well the people over the skating rinks and things, and so I don't know how exactly it would work, but I knew for a fact I wanted to bring this up to you because I felt like this would be a perfect opportunity.
Super cool. I think that's a super dope idea. I'm already thinking about like a little checkmate club at Cascade, little collab type deal. But and I love the art scene idea as well. It's honestly it's kind of right on time. I was talking to Max at Chess last night, and he's been with me over the years and seen the growth since the barbershop. And um, I was telling him I want to start since it's grown. Like I have like a long list of like DMs and venues and different event coordinators have reached out like, hey, we'd love to do an event here. I'd love to have a chess night here. And I want to start keeping a day of the week open to start doing these different pop-ups. Because as you know, for a while I have like a specific Monday, specific Wednesday, Friday, and it's great. Um, there's far more venues reached out than there are days of the week, but I think it'd be awesome to start doing these like little pop-ups, let the community come check out some new spaces, and also start getting other chess players in different parts of Atlanta and just keep growing it. And I think that'd be the best way to do it. I think the pop-up last night was a cool like prime example. Mondays are pretty much like the most like low key night that I have. My average maybe like 26 people in the tournament. We did a pop up last night. We had 55 people in the tournament. We had that place packed out. It was insane. So it also keeps things exciting for me as well. As the event, the host, I guess. What keeps me going is keeping things fresh, making sure the community's like has like fun things to do, cool things to do in the chess scene. Like that's what really makes me happy. What fills my cup is just keeping the experience like just good and progressive for everybody.
Mhm.
So I like the idea of growing that. So definitely, let's write that down. We'll touch base on that later on.
For sure, for sure. I watched an interview of you when you were talking to, I forget his name, but it's another Twitch streamer, and I think he's really into coffee, and you had an interview with him a little while ago, and it was like it was so interesting to listen to a perspective from you that wasn't involved with chess like that. Like you had kind of just got into it.
There's my
And
boy Neil Jackson in New York, and
yeah,
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 he's got a
yeah.
coffee company.
Yep, yep,
Yeah.
yep, yep. And it was so wild because it's like when you see somebody just so about a specific thing, and then you go back and you see where it's like, yeah, man, I've just really been into chess recently. And it's like, oh shoot, it's like some like it's just one of those things that kind of send chills up and you give you goosebumps. And
Wow, I gotta go back and watch that.
yeah, it was crazy. You were talking about how you had got into it by way of someone that you were talking to. You guys got into Queen's Gambit, and then you got into chess after that, and it kind of just went from there. It was so interesting to see that like you were just kind of just kicking it around. Oh, it's this cool thing I'm into right now, and so I know that between then and now there's been so much consistency and so much effort and devotion to this thing. And I just want to know if you can talk to like me and to other people who are curious about the power that is consistency, because I mean I didn't even know that Checkmate Club was 4 years old, 5 years old. I thought it was new when I got there last year, and y'all had already been at it. And so, and I've heard from other people about consistency and compound growth. And it's like there's this belief that it's very slow and then it's very fast. And I just want to know, like, does that resonate with you?
100%. I feel like 2025 was like the coolest chess year that I had ever had. And it really did start with consistency. I never forget, like the barbershop, I was trying to get off the ground for a while. It started on a Wednesday night, and it wasn't like super picking up a whole lot of steam. And I remember like one night, this gentleman came in. He had like a New York energy. He was playing several different people, and he was talking a little smack. It was all in like fair game. Like it wasn't over the top, but it was like different energy that we'd never had before. He stood up every game. He never sat down, and he was beating a bunch of people. And there's probably maybe like 11, 12 people at that chess night that night. And he had a good time. And I'll never forget the following Wednesday at the barbershop, the door opens and it was almost like when you see like those like clown videos, like when you open the car door and there's like a hundred clowns like just like come through the door. It was just people I'd never seen before, just by like the half does like here's six new faces, like 12, like all of a sudden we had like went from like 11 to like 30 in 1 week. And that's when I got introduced to Steve Jones and some of the other people. But there was a lot of the Cascade guys. They had a group chat going on, and that gentleman was a part of that. And he came to the barbershop, and he goes, apparently he sent the text to the group chat. He's like, "Hey, the barbershop's legit. Y'all should pull up." So like he came through, tested out the waters, and I'll never forget that moment. Is like it started to that was really big for the chess club. It wasn't even the Checkmate Club then. It was just I don't even know what it was called. It was just like chess night or something like that at the barbershop. And so it's just the consistency, and then the word of mouth in the beginning helped out a lot. That from that consistency, I remember a general manager from a public draft house came in one night, and she saw it was filled up. She's like, "Wow, this is awesome! Like, would you want to do this at public draft house on Tuesdays?" I'm like, "Yeah, for sure." And then it grew from there, and then after that, the beverage director from Ladybird's like, "Man, Seth, what you're doing is awesome. Like, you should come check out Ladybird." And from there, it was just the consistency showing up. And you're absolutely right. Like, it's been nonstop. It's January 12th, 2021 was the first chess night. And I always keep thinking like, wow, it started with four people at the barbershop. Then we went to 2 nights. Then we went to 4 nights. Then um, it went to uh, added chess boxing, working with Faye Webster, meeting Tyler the Creator. getting to work with the first Black Grandmaster Maurice Ashley, and doing being the tournament director for the first ever HBCU Chess Classic. There's so many like different moments where I'm like, wow, like this started with 4 people at a barbershop. Um, and then it goes back to just that consistency. I try to be consistent in like other aspects of my life. I won't say I'm consistent in everything, but I'm thankful that I have been consistent with this, and I can vouch. I mean, I guess the work kind of shows itself, and I'm thankful because it's never really felt like work. Um, I like chess, and I was playing chess with my friends, and it turned into playing chess with my friends, and even now, it's crazy. Like I still feel like I just put out the chessboards, and I'm friendly with people. Um, that's really all it feels like for me. I'm thankful, and I'm really happy that the community sees it as something more. I mean, I know there's some work involved, but I mean, it doesn't feel like that for me very often. So like, I'm happy.
Mm.
I guess we do something so much. It's like that service industry thing I mentioned. It's just kind of second nature. So it doesn't really feel like a lot.
And that's so interesting because I mean, and well, before I get into the next question, how long was it? Because you said 2025 was like the biggest year, and I know at least with the chess boxing and the Faye Webster thing, that was 2025. But then, like, how long were you in the barbershop before things started to pop up? Like, how long were y'all there? How long was it just like, a couple dozen people? Like, how long was it in this state before, you know, was 2025 the year that it just started kind of going up, or did you get heavy traction before then?
The heaviest traction has really been the start of this new year. But then I started like kind of trying to like when it got to the point where like I had built the community enough where I could have conversations with venues that I thought that probably wouldn't talk to me in the very beginning, like, hey, I got 4 people. Can I do a chess night here? Like, they're not really trying to hear that. But now, like, I've been able to have, like, I can show growth and show the numbers from the tournament. These people are going to eat and drink. Like, hey, what if we came in here on a slow Monday and would you guys be interested? So I wanted to be in places that had like a lot of foot traffic. So I know like word of mouth was helpful. Social media was great, but there's still like a lot of chess players out there that don't know that there's a chess community out there. Once they see it, they're like, oh, wow. Even if they don't play chess, they're really intrigued. Like, oh, I've always wanted to learn. So that was like one of the reasons where I was at Holiday Bar in West Midtown once at the Interlock that had a lot of foot traffic. I was like, I know there'd be high visibility. A younger generation of people like always hangs out there. It's a great date area. We get some good foot traffic. That helped grow the game. Then we went from there to Politan Row Food Hall, right in the corner of Colony Square. And I knew then I was like, we have such a diverse group of people, such a diverse group of food options right in the heart of the city. This would be good for the game and nice little melting pot. And that visibility and walkway help grow it steadily over time. People just like walked by about the first time and now they're with us forever. Ladybird, super high foot traffic area, one of the most popular places on the Beltline. I was really pumped to get Ladybird, and it's funny. Like I had the meeting, and I'm pitching it to him, and I was like, okay, cool. I was like, I can fill up this room, blah blah blah, and then I told them my fee. It's like and Ladybird's like, oh whoa. We weren't sure about fee. Like we were just kind of, we are gonna give you a place to play. You scratch our back, we scratch yours. And I was like, all right, I can work with that. I was like, but I'll prove myself to you guys. And then it wasn't even a month later, the GM comes up to me in the middle of chess night. He goes, Seth, I can no longer in good faith allow you to do this and not pay you. And so they agreed, gave me a nice little deal to host the chess nights, and now it's like the busiest chess night that we have. And from there, it just continued to grow. It kind of like a slow burn. I don't know like exactly like when it like just kind of happened. It's kind of like, I don't know. It's like it's like you go to the gym for like a long time and you don't really see like, you don't really see the results right away, but then you see like maybe a before and after picture, like, oh man, I have been getting stronger. I'm organized. Just it's been a nice, slow, steady. Um, but I will say, the start of 2026 has been the best start ever. Um, the Tower of the Creator, Tower of the Creator effect is real. Like he's good for business. I did not expect that first Wednesday at Ladybird for him to pop up, and that was so cool. Like I had met him in October in a tournament that I hosted, and he played in that, and he just popped up at Ladybird on a Wednesday, and I was like, "What's up, man?" He's like, "Bro," I was like, "I'm in town for the night. I really wanted to check you out." So I looked up the schedule, and I saw you guys are at Ladybird, and just want to play some chess.
Crazy.
And yeah, it was wild. And he played for like 2 hours straight. His security guard was in the corner posted, and I was super thankful that nobody in the community like ran up like, "Oh my God, Tyler, Tyler!" Like he just got to kick it and be a chess player. Um, he told me at the end, I don't think he won a game that night, but he was pumped. Like he was happy. He had a really good time, and everybody respected his space, and he just kind of got to just be a person for a minute, just like which was awesome. I was super proud of the community for doing that, and also enticed him to want to come back more, know it's a safe space. And it did. Somebody did get a little clip of him playing chess, and it like went viral in Atlanta. Like Georgia followers posted it, and it had like a 500,000 views or something.
Crazy.
And the the following week, Lady Bird was absolutely slammed. And then and no,
Mm.
the following week, the following Friday, Park Tavern was slammed. Between January 1st and now, the Instagram page got 2,000 new followers. It's just tons of new faces, and it was. And I asked a lot of people like, "Oh man, I saw Tyler Creator was here. Like, I always want to play chess, and I've been meaning to come." And yeah, so now people are just coming out, and we had a magazine article come out this year. Another outlet posted like the top ways to make friends in 2026, and the Atlanta Checkmate Club was one of them.
Mm.
And so it's been really cool, like getting like this little recognition and people knowing it's a fun way to connect and meet people, I guess.
Mhm. Mm.
So now it's getting bigger than like I imagined, and I just want to keep it growing. And I'm learning as I go. Like this thing's kind of turning into like just like kind of the business side of things, I guess. I feel like there's more I can do for the community as far as I don't know. I'm just trying to learn, grow. Like maybe I own chessboards at some point, merch, different tournaments. Getting to the point now, like with the community this size, like we could get some like different sponsors and stuff like that, and maybe bring in some like big chess players, like some of the streamers and stuff like that. And so I'm just like the chess game, like there's a million moves you can make, and same with like a chess club. There's like a million moves you can make, and sometimes like my mind will kind of go crazy. There's a million things I want to do. I really got to sit down right now. Okay, cool. Like, what's the next logical step in order to win this game? Because you can't checkmate the king in your first move. You got to do a couple right things to get to where you want to go. So that's what I'm really trying to sit down and be patient and learn as I go.
You know, throughout when you were explaining just now, I kept just hearing themes of, I mean, it's just building. It's patient building the entire way through. And man, that's something where me personally, I'm wanting to build a community around, around my artwork or just around people who like to do what I like to do. And, what would you say to people who are looking to build a community of their own? And, how do you go about managing when there's like surges in popularity or maybe dips where I don't know, I'm sure there's been times over the years where like folks wasn't really showing up for a while, or like it might have just been some low spots, some dry spots, and you're having to kind of push through anyway. How are you going about like managing in a mental and just like how you're going about forging and strengthening connections between the people coming through each week, the business owners, like how are you going about managing those relationships and building that garden?
Um, not every venue has worked out. Not it's not. There's slow nights. Um, and just like it's like in chess, like sometimes you make blunders and you just try to make a better move the next time. Or just you realize like kind of the game goes on. But just keep showing up. Like there's been times where I felt like I was doing a Thursday night and it just wasn't bringing a lot of value to the business and um, it wasn't. I might have 80 people the night before, and I might have like 10 people coming on Thursday, but they kind of brought me on because they thought that I'd be able to get 80 people over here. It didn't work out. So like some stuff like that. Like I would and I like to do things from like a good place. I'm like, listen, like I know we agreed on this deal. Like I don't want to take your money this week, or let's just keep trying this and see if it grows. And if it doesn't, we'll just separate. Just kind of cut our ties. Like I've just I'm like in chess. Like I always tell people, I've never lost a game. I've only learned. And so like I've as this thing goes, and I've learned like this location may not work. I get feedback from the community. The food here is too expensive. The parking here is a hassle. It's this place. It's hard to find. To this location. So like, I try to learn from anything like the slow nights, like what people like, what people don't like. As I search for new venues and new venues like hit me up, I know what to look for. Like, I look at the price point on their menu. I see what the parking situation is. I look at their hours. Logistically, how easy is it to get to? So I just want to make everything. I don't want people to have to worry about coming and paying $30 for parking and then $20 for some French fries and a soda. Like I want people to be able to afford just to come kick it and play some chess. And throughout those losses, those slow nights, I feel like those are the times where I kind of get to think and I learn even more. I'm like, okay, why is it slow? Why isn't this working? All right, cool. What can we do better? That's how I've been able to navigate through those, I'd say. I
Mm-hmm.
think that was a question.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Did I answer that correct? Like, okay.
it was. I was getting more at like the well, you answered it in a good way of like you're making sure that the people have a good place to come through to in terms of like, hey, this place is easy to find, it's easy to get to, it's not going to tear your arm and your leg off when you get here, it's great. But in terms of like how you are how you are like person to person, and whether these people in particular are people that are like running the business, or they're people that are coming through for the first time or for the 101st time, how are you going about the the interactions between those people?
And I appreciate all the people. I always tell people I haven't met a chess player I don't like. At the bare minimum, they all have logical sense, and if everybody in the world had that, it'd be a better place. So, like, oftentimes, like, if anything, like outside of chess, like my personal life, if I'm stressed out about this, or relationship problems, or some family stuff going on, or bills are piling up, like that's life. That stuff happens. But I'm thankful for the community. At times when I go out there and I put out the boards and everything, I see people's faces. I'm excited to see, dap them up, welcome them, play a couple games. It's helped me tremendously. There's been times where I might have a bunch of anxiety and like I don't want to leave the house that day. I'm like, oh crap. But then like I'll see a couple of the chess people and I'm like, I just instantly feel better. So
Mhm.
um as much as some of the chess media says like I may help with providing these venues and events, I get as just as much help. Like it fills my cup to give and help others. So that
Mhm.
helps.
Hmm. And have you ever had any like bad interactions or crazy situations at these chess nights? Like people, you ever had anybody like crashing out, fighting, doing anything?
Yeah, very, 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 very rare. I've been doing it for 5 years and I think I've had two crash outs. So that's not bad.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
when you look at like the grand scheme of things. And the crash outs were warranted. But I'm thankful that they weren't the prettiest moments. But when no one was hurt. And then also the two logical minds afterwards were able to talk like adults and get through it and then share the same space together with no problems. So
Mhm.
um,
Mm.
Yeah, everything's. I'm super thankful about that you mentioned it. Yeah, the chess community doesn't get too rambunctious when it comes to that, so I'm thankful.
Yeah, because I mean, I know that. I mean, I've been going there long enough to know like the people are really smooth and people are really chill, and even the fact that like Tyler could pull up and nobody's all on him and stuff like that, like it's a good space and it's good people. But I also know like, man, you play enough chess, you can mess around and get some tilt. You can start getting mad, and then you mixing it with drinks and stuff too. You might already had a few, and now you losing the game you're not supposed to. And I just wondered if like anybody threw a drink out the window off of one of those or like or anything
No,
like that.
I think I got maybe like a fist pound on the board. Maybe some pieces kind of went away, uh,
Mm,
but nothing super crazy.
mm,
Because yeah, like, honestly, like when you start in the tournament games, if people are drinking, having a good time, doing some thinking and some drinking. They're typically knocked out by like the first or second round if they had enough drinks. You're not going to get too many intoxicated players playing at a 2000 level in the championship where things can get a little chippy. So
mhm.
we've been good on that front, thankfully.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So then, um, I also want to just ask a couple of questions for on behalf of people who in the future it will be their first time, or for people who have been coming through and maybe they don't talk to anybody and they are just so confused on what to do, how to do it. Um, I'm thinking about things like, what about, whenever you're wanting to start games with people, how are you going to, is there an etiquette? Is there like unspoken rules? Are there certain understandings that everybody's knowing that may not be, blaringly obvious to newcomers? Um, and then as well as just like general, I guess, dilemmas that new chess players go through if they're feeling all frustrated with like, because them people in there kind of swole, man. There's some people in there that are like, I mean, I don't know their actual like elos, but I know they're like really really good people. And so like there's a lot of people that go in there and they just get knocked out every single week. And so managing, how they're going about like getting better, if they want to keep coming around, but they keep getting discouraged because they get knocked out. Like, how would you advise people to kind of better themselves, better their game, and stuff like that?
For sure. So I always tell the etiquette at any of the chess nights is you come in, it's casual play all night long. Any open board is fair game. If it's your first time, you sit at a board for a moment, in a matter of seconds or minutes, someone's going to come challenge you to a game. Um, and we always do the tournament's always free. It's all skill levels, so you got nothing to lose if you join the tournament. And I feel like the best way to get better is to keep playing. Come in early, play those casual games, play several different people. Kind of learn how just different people move, try different openings, get creative. And it's kind of goes back to that consistency. Like you consistently playing, you're gonna start remembering some certain patterns. Like, oh, I remember when this knight was down here on this end, I should get out of the way because I want to get my queen and knight forked. Um, just like if anything, it's that repetition, it's that consistency and growth. Keep playing. And I've also noticed like even if like you're playing a really good player at chess night and they beat you, they'll happily kind of review the game and go over it. I've noticed like a lot of high level chess players, it kind of strokes like their chess ego to like help teach and explain. So yeah, even after you lose, get that lesson. Talk about review the game. The same way if you're like playing chess.com, you can go back and review your games and see where those mistakes happen. So you don't make those again. So game review is super important, and it's just consistency. And it's a safe space, 100%. It used to be the point now when like newcomers would come, like I could set them up with other newcomers, but we have so many new faces now. Like I don't even know like if the new people are good or not, but we're getting a lot of players. But I would say it's a safe space for everybody. Don't be intimidated. Just come sit at the board, and we'll all get better together.
Yeah, chess is one of those games like you can't size nobody up. Like they could be 5, they could be 50, and you just don't know who's a killer and who's not till you get on the board.
100%.
Which is it,
Awesome. It's
I'm
awesome.
Yeah, it really is one of those things where like you can stay competitive, like literally till the day you keel over because it's just it doesn't really require any like physical, strength or dexterity. So it's cool that people can, connect like that and stay
I saw some
competitive.
studies too that the more you play chess, it helps prevent dementia and Alzheimer's. So it can just keep you
Hmm.
just sharp for a long time.
Yeah, it's a crazy brain workout, man. And I realized just how much um like as you get better, you gotta be in a good headspace. You can't be that's why like the best people I be seeing there, them folks do not be drinking. Them folks, they I don't know, like they even sit up better and like they, because they have to be so locked in for these things. You can't just casually beat no, 20 like 2100
Those high level
person.
chess games, they move different.
They on some other stuff, man, and like you
But
be
all their
thinking,
positions are different. Like they're in positions that like I've never even my board's never looked like. It's
yeah.
fascinating.
I'm like, y'all are playing a different game. Like it's the same people,
But
it's
don't
a
let it be
different
a
game.
time scramble. They both got like 10 seconds left on the clock.
And they just
Pieces flying, slam the clock. Yeah,
do.
dude, it's nuts.
It's
It is
crazy.
nuts.
So then that brings me also to this. It's new to me. I don't know how new it is, but chess boxing. Can you explain to someone who doesn't know? I had to explain this to my lady last night what chess boxing is. What is chess boxing?
Chess boxing is the ultimate test of brains and brawn. It combines the board game of chess and the combat sport of boxing. It's really kind of finds the smartest, most badass people like in the world. It's really fascinating to work out your mind and your body like that. So the way it works is you play chess in round one. Round two is boxing. Round three, you go back to chess. You alternate rounds before a checkmate on the board or a knockout, TK, or judge's decision in the ring. Round three gets really interesting on the chessboard um, because after you've done 3 minutes of boxing, your heart rate's at 160 beats per minute. You might take in some body shots, some head shots, and you got 60 seconds to try to get your heart rate back down and look at that board while you're just huffing and puffing and trying to get your head together and not blunder your queen. So it's truly fascinating. The chess boxing class that we do here in Atlanta, it's awesome. Started that not too long ago, and it's super foundational. So you imagine we have a lot of chess players that don't have a lot of boxing background, so it's super foundational in the beginning. So we're learning just basic techniques, how to slip, parry, defense, footwork, and then when we go into the chess boxing part, we'll partner up with somebody and we'll play chess for 3 minutes. Then we'll go into a high intensity interval training for 3 minutes. So we'll do something full body workout. We might do some boxing drills, but we're going to get our heart rate to 160 beats per minute. Then we're going to go back to the board. And it's a lot different because the blood is rushing to all your muscles, every part of your body to help recover from that crazy workout you just did. And it's not, your brain is not functioning the way it's supposed to. So it's really important to do some breath work to get your heart rate back down, to get your frontal cortex, which is the part that helps you make logical decisions, working and activated again. So it's truly like an amazing mind body connection and a true test of brains and brawn, like I said. And it's been fun. It's a newer sport. It's really big in Europe. And I'm thankful to be a part of Team USA, and it's pretty fascinating. But yeah, that's chess boxing pretty much. There's also like
Okay.
different chess boxing divisions because as you can imagine, like some people don't want to go in there and get punched in the head or take some body shots. So there's the regular chess boxing division where it's actual boxing and chess. They have chess boxing light where um, people wear headgear and it's more like kind of point fighting. Like you just kind of like want to land punches and hits, but it's more for like the art of boxing. If you hit somebody too hard, you can actually get deducted points. So there's chess boxing, the chess boxing light, and they also introduced the chess boxing fit. Well, that's for people that don't want to box anyone at all. So chess boxing fit, say me and you were doing chess boxing fit. We both have a heavy bag, and the ref hits a timer, the bell rings, and we both hit the bag for 3 minutes straight. We had to do a mixture of like actual like power shots and jabs, and at the end of 3 minutes, they calculate all your punches. Then you go to the board. You play chess for 5 minutes. If there's not a checkmate on the board, you go back to the bags, and then whoever has accumulated the most punches landed wins the match. So it's a way to get in great boxing shape, get your heart rate up, play some chess. You don't have to worry about getting knocked out by somebody in the ring. So it's they've been trying to grow it, make it open for everybody.
It's interesting too, though, because you bring in that there's like a different way to size somebody up, or there's like two different ways you can kind of win. If you feel like you're weaker in one, you can kind of capitalize on the other. Or maybe you have to be extra careful here. Because I can imagine somebody who's like really good at boxing and like, yo, I gotta just play as defensive as possible. And when that bell ring, I gotta kill him. Or like vice versa. Like I just have to kind of stay in this corner and duck and dodge. And then I'm in a great position. I just need to survive this round and then come back and close,
100%. Like if the bell rings and it's like I'm like, oh crap, it's mate in two. Like I got to knock this guy out. So you go to that ring, you're fighting for your life because if you go back to the board, it's game over.
It's over with.
And it is really cool. At the World Championships last year in Serbia, saw some amazing fighters who weren't great chess players, and you could see some like really great chess players who weren't strong fighters that would then they play defensive, they thug it out, they take those hits, and they'd go finish on the board. So it was really cool to see the matches and the different dynamics of them all.
Mhm. And like, how much chess boxing do you play personally?
So I'm thankful I got the opportunity to be the team manager for the United States chess boxing team at the World Championships. So I was the guy in the corner, helping with recovery, scheduling, logistics, making sure my fighters had everything they needed to prepare for the fight the best way they could. After seeing the fighters, and especially like some of like the heavyweights that I would be fighting at, like some like the Eastern Europeans, like the Russians, like those guys are just badass. I considered maybe chess boxing, but after seeing some of those guys, I'm like, I'm good. I'm perfectly fine. Like I'm perfectly fine just being the guy in the corner, hyping my team up, making sure they had everything they need. But I will say, it's awesome hosting this class alongside X3 Sports, like where we do the chess boxing class. I love being the guy in the corner. I love hyping the fighters up, giving everything they need. I just love that role. So I am training. Yeah, I am doing boxing training and also, of course, trying to get better at chess. I don't intend to compete, but I know like the more I know about boxing, the better chess player I am. It's just going to make me a better manager overall. And it was kind of funny. Like last year, the World Championships, I work out a lot. I'm in shape. All the other countries were just eyeing me, sizing me up. Like, oh, look at how long his arms are. Like, look at that guy. Who's he fighting? So like I was in their head the entire week, but they didn't realize that I wasn't even fighting. So it's just, I kind of like being just the big kind of intimidating manager with the team. And I fit right in with the crew, but yeah, I have no intentions on fighting. I don't think my mom would appreciate that either.
Feel it, man. So then, did you get involved with chess boxing via the Checkmate Club, or like how did that get started?
So it was right about when I first was getting into chess. I met a buddy of mine. His name's Matt Thomas. He's part of Georgia Followers, and a Brawl for a Cause is his nonprofit. And we did a shoot for this company, this sweatpant company, and he saw my chessboard at my place, and we just kind of hit off. We played chess, and we became friends after that. And he'd come to chess nights, help me out in the beginning, and we just had this like kind of like relationship since day one, for probably about 6 years. Back in 2018, Matt boxed all throughout college, and he's also a chess player. I think it's 2017. He'd heard about chess boxing. He's like, "Wait, I love chess. I love boxing. Like, what is this?" And so he went out in 2018 to compete by himself in India. It was him and a buddy, his corner man. He thought it was amazing, and he wanted a chess box. So he went and he ended up getting a gold medal. So he was the first American gold medalist in chess boxing. And since then, he kind of came back, and he's been kind of like a pioneer for the sport, doing different speaking engagements, telling people all around the country about it, and just really just growing the game of the sport. And this year, or last year, I should say, he got even more involved. He's on the board for the World Chess Boxing Organization, and he was able to recruit. He got 15 fighters from all across the country that agreed to compete in the World Games last year. So at the start of training camp, it was last summer. He asked if I want to come and work out. I was like, yeah, absolutely. And so on the way there, he's like, Seth, he goes, I'm doing commentary on YouTube for all the fights the entire week. He goes, what this team really needs is a team manager. He's like, the way you manage your land, Checkmate Club, how you are with people, I think you'd be a perfect fit. He's like, would you want to come to Serbia with Team USA and manage the team? And I was like, hell yes, bro. Like, are you kidding me? It was awesome. Meeting all the guys. It was really cool how the whole group assembled. It felt like the Mighty Ducks all getting together. Like going to try to go take down Russia. We sent 15. We had a team of 15. Russia had 60. And they were all yeah, it was insane.
Jeez.
But yeah, it was such a cool opportunity. And I'll be honest with you, part of me in the beginning kind of had a imposter syndrome, I guess. I was like, man, what do I do? I went to ChatGPT. I was like, what does a boxing manager do? I just wanted to make sure I was good for the people, the team. And so I brought all my recovery gear, my Normatec compression sleeves, Theraguns, hydration packets, everything you could think of. And I was thankful. I didn't even realize it, but everything I needed to be a team manager was already instilled in me. Making sure everybody's good. And it brought out a different passion in me that I didn't even know I had. Whenever one of our fighters was in the ring, my voice was gone at the end of every day. I've never cheered that hard in my life. Every time we had one of our fighters, my Apple Watch would ask me if I was working out because I was sweating. My heart rate was up. I'm yelling. And it just brought out something in my heart that I had never felt before. And I realized when I was out there, I was like, yeah, I want to be a part of this forever. I want to keep growing this. I love rooting these guys on. They all inspired me so much, and it was a transformative trip. And yeah, so it's incredible being a part of the USA chess boxing team. I actually have my USA chess boxing jersey on right now. So I worked out in today, but yeah, it's super cool. I was just honored for the opportunity, and definitely made the most of it. And I'm already looking forward to the World Championships this year.
Got to meet and manage Grandmaster, and is he a Grandmaster Canty?
FIDE Master Canty.
Okay.
That was the coolest thing.
Yeah, I mean, I've watched a couple of his streams, and I know he's really big on chess.com and in that scene. But man, I remember seeing a picture of you two, and I was like, oh shoot, and isn't that just wild? You yo, I did a chess night in a barbershop, and here I am with James Canty.
Kicking it in Serbia.
In Serbia for chess boxing. And it's and I always find it so cool when you can get somewhere, I always call it taking the street way or going the back road, because you got this way that everybody goes, oh, in order to meet James Canty, I gotta get so good at chess, I gotta beat everybody in these tournaments, I have to do. And then you came through in a different way, and you still had to do a lot of work, but you did it. You just got there in a different manner. And I always find those so inspiring, because it's you don't have to go the path that everybody else goes in order to get somewhere, to meet the people that you want to meet in life. You can do it off the strength of what you're good at. You literally using your strengths to still reach the same mountaintops. Because there's people who are still training in chess right now, and they have not met them yet. They've been grinding for 5 years. They got the 1900. They're still not seeing Canty yet. And then it's dang, I think that's just really cool when people can go that like that
That was an
atmosphere.
awesome moment. I can't even hold you. It's like Canty's like one of the first streamers I really watched. Like he's always just vibing. He's got some good music, got the Cartier frames. Like he's really the only brother that's like fire at chess and streaming. And like I rock with Canty like since the barbershop days. And once I found
Mhm.
out he was on Team USA, and the coolest thing is like Canty was like he is just like one of us. Like he was just so chill, relaxed. Like he would fit right in at the chess club, like, and just hearing his
Mhm.
story and being in his corner, like it's and now like we're just like locked in for life. Like that was so cool.
Yeah.
It was just crazy, and that was awesome because he was the not only like that. Just it was so like awesome, like meet somebody and that you've looked up to, and now he's like the homie. But that entire week, like Russia, like really stacked the deck, and they won gold medal after gold medal. They are highly skilled boxers and highly skilled chess players. Like you got guys on the Russian team that are 2100s that could just beat the brakes off you. They got hands too. Like
Mhm.
it's cold blooded. But so the most coveted gold medal, the heavyweight championship bout of the world was the last match of the World Chess Boxing Championships, and it was Canty versus this Russian.
Mhm.
And dude, he plays bullet chess for a living.
He's
Like I've never
nasty. I've seen him.
nasty,
He's just and it's like, how are you
nasty. So, dude, in round one of chess, it's 3 minutes altogether. In round one, his opponent used 2 minutes and 46 seconds. Canty only used 14 seconds. Did he just dicing him, just going so fast? And he got busy in the ring. So it was a perfect ending to like our Serbian story was Canty winning the heavyweight championship at the World Chess Boxing Championships. And yeah,
even?
man, it was really dope. It was really
Mhm.
dope.
Did he win by way of chess or by way of boxing?
I think he baited him. He got him on the board. Yeah,
Okay, cool.
yeah. They
Man.
went 2 rounds. They went chess, boxing, chess. I think it might have been round 5 when he got him. I'd have to go back and watch the YouTube fight. I'll find it and send it to you.
And then how is he as a fighter? And I know Canty kind of swole. So like, is
Yeah,
he a
no, he's swole. He's crazy. Like so, he's been boxing for even before chess boxing was a thing. Like that's how he does his training. He's been training for probably like 6 years. I think he said,
Mhm.
and it's amazing. What the coolest thing was like how big he was. Like, he's a bull, but man, I've never seen someone that size with that amount of elusiveness. Like the way he's bobbing and weaving, just like all in the road. It was absolutely
Mhm.
fascinating. There's not too many people his size that can move the way that he moved, and he fought like a really strong Russian fighter, and he hung in there, and it was awesome. He was worn out at the end. I remember it was raining that day. He needed electrolytes bad. It's like I'm running through Serbia in the mud to the closest store to get some Serbian Gatorades. We got him back on track and some juice. But yeah, he out of all the fighters, he left it all in the ring. When I tell you, my man was he hit the locker room and he left it all in there. But man, it was awesome. It
Mhm.
was truly awesome.
There's definitely a strategic element to boxing, and then there's even the way of like there's a million different variations to a very simple kind of game. When it comes to boxing, you get like a couple of punches, a couple of moves, and you have like infinite combinations. Same thing with like chess. You get, so many pieces and you can just infinitely expand from there. But I wonder how that got started. I wonder who thought of that.
It was a gentleman and his buddy. It started about I want to say 2006, just 2005, and it was two guys. They were great friends. They were sitting at a pub, and there was this French comic book, and the guy was like a chess boxer. He played chess and he boxed people, and the two buddies at the pub were pretty fascinated about it, and they're like, we should do a chess boxing event. Um, and they took a couple of days. They were both in college and are studying, and they made up some chess boxing rules, like how it would go down. And then they promoted it. They had this like big local church in Europe and sold tickets, and the whole town came out like was drinking beers and want to see the first ever chess boxing match.
Mhm.
And there were several hundred people that showed up, and we're just all fascinated by it. And that was kind of the birth of chess boxing, and it started to grow from there. I have to send you another YouTube video. Like the story is like much more in depth from that, but it was literally two homies sitting at a pub talking about a comic book character. And now we just had our seventh world championships that had 19 countries from all around the world coming to compete.
Man, and it's funny. There's like that whole that that thing that forget I think it was Andre that said it. It was like big things start in little rooms.
Yeah,
It's like people underestimate the power of like a small idea with a lot of elbow grease to it. Like
yeah,
that's how all this stuff gets started. Like when you think about it, like you gotta do it first and then people kind of catch on and then people see it and then it grows. I think people will be thinking that it's like the other way around, like you have to kind of hype something up before you get started, and it's like no.
no, no, you just got
No.
to do it, man. You just got to do it.
Mm. And
Take that first step.
you said that you were a bartender and you were acting for a long time, and then the pandemic kind of slowed a lot of that down. Like you couldn't bartend, you weren't acting, so you had to kind of go in a different direction. You were like pretty much forced to pivot. And I know that like to to have to kind of turn away from what you enjoy doing or from what you've been doing for so long, how were you able to kind of what were your first steps in navigating that space? Like in terms, because a lot of people are like, dang, I don't like, dang, I don't know what to do. Like my two things that I like to do, I can't do them right now. So what am I supposed to do now? And then what do you think it was about chess in particular? I know that you're a big fan of the game, but it seemed like I think you were a big fan of the other things too. So what was so special about chess that had you, you know, put forth this much effort?
Acting was my plan A through Z at the time. Uh, the highs were high, the lows were low, and before the pandemic, I got close to like two roles that would have like changed my life. Um, and they were great auditions, and they just didn't go my way. Uh, and there's so many things that can happen. I might have been too tall. I might have not been black enough. I might not have been white enough. Um, this guy might have just might have liked what this guy wore that day. It was kind of tough, like those lows, like it being out of my control. Um, and it, I think what I really liked about chess is it was something that I was passionate about. Like I found a lot of joy in. Then as it started to grow, I was like, this can grow as much as like I keep pushing it. Like it's no one gave me this role. I don't have to fight. This is something that I'm kind of building out of the mud. Like I don't have to worry about a casting director booking me for this or that. And it just made me happy for the first time in my life. I had something that like wasn't wasn't acting. Um, like every audition I had, I was like, I felt like I was auditioning for my life because like I was like, I want this role so bad so I can get out of bartending and change my life. I didn't really have anything like, else to like fall back on that like super made me happy. I actually am going to get back into acting, but I'm in a much better place now. Like I'm at a point now where I can audition for fun. Like if I don't get the role, like okay, Ladybird's gonna be lit tonight. Like I'm in a much better place and mentally knowing that like I'm not auditioning for my life. I can audition to have fun. And when that happens, like that's of course like when good stuff happens. So I'm not currently acting. I don't have an agent at the moment, but I am talking to a buddy about a couple projects and something. I do want to get back on camera. Like I feel good. I'm in a good mental space, and that's something that I was always like I feel like I was decent at. So it'll come back around for sure. But the break has been awesome. And there's like so many things. Like I always like kind of understood like I'd always like hear like rappers say like producers like I'm not one of these industry cats. I'm not one of these industry cats. Like oh I only mess with the industry. And I remember like going to like different like acting like mixers and parties and stuff like that. And bro, everybody was just so fake. Like it was just like it was miserable. Like I don't think I had like one genuine conversation. Like I acted for maybe like 5 or 6 years, and I have like two actor friends. I could never have another like tall, light skinned actor friend because we'd constantly be competing for the same roles. He would never have my best interests. So like I'd always have to like look out for him. My best acting friend is we're like polar opposites. Like it's hilarious. But and he's like the most one of my best friends, genuine dudes ever. But yeah, it was just nice. I think taking a break from that and finding something that was real and genuine and that I cared about. So
Mm. And I'm sure that that'll bring a different energy and a different sauce to the auditions as well, because you've taken that time and you develop like a different part of yourself, and like you'll have that kind of like that aura to you that the other people won't have, because they'll be so at it, so hungry, so for certain people it'll be all fake, and man, it'll just separate you so quickly and so easily from everybody else too. Mm.
damn, I didn't even think about that. You make me want to start auditioning right now.
Man, it's
It'll
like
be fun though.
it's like that skill stacking thing. It's like when you do one thing and it makes you better at all the other things you do. Like because because like you said, because you box and because you play chess, it makes you a better manager. And because you manage, it makes you a better this. And because you do all these things, it makes you better at these things.
Yeah,
And kind of
right.
motivates you to do a bunch of just random stuff to see what you can get
There's so
off
many
of it.
random side quests. I want to do so much stuff.
Mhm.
But yeah.
And and so I also want to know, what was the origin and the reason for the rook tattoo?
Um. So I've always thought like face tattoos were badass. I always said like like one time ages ago, one of my friends we were talking like how much money do you want? Like how much money do you want? I was like I also want a face tat money. It's like if you have if you have a face tat, like you don't have to like you're not asking anyone for a job. It's like once you go face tat, it's like it's all on you at that point. Now, granted, I do not have face tat money. I got the face tat before I got face tat money, but it's something that I I I really really wanted. It started off as like a late night kind of like inebriated idea me and my buddy had. I think I was like, bro, like, it's like, it'd be fire if I got like a rook face tag like right here. He's like, bro, that'd be hard. And it was a Saturday night, and like you wake up the next day like, oh man, what were we talking about last night? Type stuff. But then like, bro, I woke up Sunday morning, and it's all I could think about. I was like, damn, bro, that face tag would be hard. And there's a week before my mom's birthday. I knew I was going to visit her, and I was like, okay, I could get the face tat now and ruin my mom's birthday, or I could wait and get it afterwards, or I could just ask her for permission. So, man, I hit up my mom and I sent her a couple pictures of kind of what I wanted and some like kind of ideas like shape and size and where it'd be at. And after going back and forth with my mom for a little bit, she actually greenlit it. She said, "Honey, I trust you. Write your own story."
Hmm.
I said, "Damn." I was like, "Thank you, mom." Like, and then after your mom gives you a green light for a face tat, it's kind of game on. So a lot of people thought I was crazy. Some of my friends were asking if I was on drugs. I was not. Um, and then yeah, I ended up getting the face tat. And the reason I got the rook, the rook's my favorite piece for me. Just like symbolically, like if you look at the back row, we got your rook, your knights, your bishop, your king and queen, and the rooks they look like your castle walls, and everything on the inside it's like protecting. And the rooks they mind their business. They really don't get into the game till late, or unless they have to. They literally stay in their lane and they protect things that are important on the inside, like their friends and family and stuff they care about. So I stay in my lane. I mind my business. I'm certainly no killer, but or fighter. I like to, but I will protect those around me if I have to. And protect what I believe in and community, make people feel safe when I'm around. So that's why I really resonate with the rook, because that's how I see the rook on the board. And it was cool. Like maybe like 6 months after I got the face tat, maybe like a little longer. Maybe I think it's like the first year. Chess Life magazine started this new um, chapter in their monthly magazines called Faces of United States Chess. And they talked about different people in the different parts of the country that were doing positive things for chess. And I was super honored that the first face of United States Chess when they started that segment was me. And it was me with the face tat. So I was like, everybody thought I was crazy. I was on drugs. Why'd I get a face tat? You're now looking at one of the faces of United States chess. So like that felt really good. And I feel like chess, honestly, that was honestly a turning point in chess. You talked about like, different things, like we were kind of like little different turning points. Um, I think it's like some friends I had that like thought like, oh man, Seth's like playing chess a lot. This might just be a little hobby. He's got his like little chess group meetups. And I think like once I got the face tat, people were like, oh shit, like I think
For real,
Seth's for real
for
about
real.
this chess thing. Yeah, we should go.
Gotta be
Let's go. Let's go see what he's talking about. Let's go check out a chess night.
for
And
sure.
it kind of kept going up.
That was one of like whenever I first met you, I was like, I thought it was a teardrop at first. I was like, damn, he's a killer. And then I was like, wait, no, that's a rook. Oh, he's definitely a killer. He's got the it's just a killer on the board. That's all that is. And
Yeah,
it was crazy. Like it has like a perfect it's a perfect placement and perfect size to like it's subtle enough where people really kind of gotta look at it to see like exactly what it is, but then like I don't know, I like when things are subtle like that, where it doesn't just bang you over the head like, hey, I like chess, but it's like,
yeah,
if you know what I mean? And it's cool. And then the fact that it's a distinguishing enough quality that people will easily like you're easily recognizable. And like even if people don't know you, like, oh yeah, the guy like with the rook tattooed. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. And so it's good for like getting people to like remember you and stuff, but it's also not like crazy, something just like right in the middle of your forehead or something. So
for sure.
it's cool. It's cool.
My favorite thing about it, I remember like before I got it, I could go anywhere, man. It could just be like walking to the bank or the grocery store, like strangers. Like I really don't like small talk. Like that's like honestly, like I don't know. I'll take if I see much people in the elevator, like I'll take the stairs. Like I don't know, just like a little small talk. I just don't like. But people would ask me all the time, like, "Oh my god, how tall are you? Do you play basketball?" I couldn't go a
Oh
day,
man.
every single day. See, once I got the face tat, I feel like people like from a distance are kind of scared, like they don't know for sure, so like they just don't walk up on strangers and ask them how tall they are, or if they play basketball, if they think it might have been a teardrop. So it's honestly like the rook has kind of protected me from little conversations that I don't want to have. It's been
Dang.
awesome. Like when I tell you that it's I can't remember the last time a stranger just walked up and asked how tall I was. It's absolutely amazing.
Dang,
Yeah.
truly a protector, like for better or for worse. But it's
Yeah.
like it's just in its nature, I guess. That's just what the rook
Yeah.
do.
What the work does, man. That's it.
I really want to try to talk about the future of Atlanta Checkmate Club because I think it is like truly, really, truly special. And I want to know, like, in terms of where you want to take this. I know that there's a big air of like, we're just going to keep going, we're going to keep expanding, we're going to keep growing. Um, but do you have any plans on, do you have like a dream location that you'd like to do a chess night at, or are you trying to expand this into like books or say I know you talked about merch and things as well, but what does the future of Atlanta Checkmate Club look like?
Definitely like I'd like to get some like more like integration with the city. I've got a couple leads with the Falcons and the Hawks. I think it'd be great to get those guys playing chess. I'd love to talk to the mayor. I'm working on getting a some chess set up at Piedmont Park. I think it'd be awesome. Like Saturday
Ooh.
mornings, like just like we need that. It'd be another step in the right direction. I think it'd be awesome to have like one of the martyr stops, like Midtown, for example. Let's just say Midtown art stop. They know there's 15 boards set up there. So if like you're just on your day on the train, like I'm gonna stop at Midtown, just get some games in, something like that. I'd like to do some more things just to kind of we have some awesome outdoor spaces that I feel like would be great for some chess boards, keep growing the game. From like another aspect, like the Atlanta Checkmate Club, like the logo, like the ATL, like when I made the logo, that was always meant to at some point be replaced. Like it could be MIA, NYC, CHI, like HTX, like really like anything. Like we can start just doing checkmate clubs all over the country, and then maybe I kind of do some like just bigger tournaments. I hear like different people like that have traveled in other places. Like, man, Seth, like I've traveled to here, there. Like, what you're doing with the social chess scene, it's I haven't seen it anywhere else. Like, if we just like kind of keep growing this thing and keep making the game cool, why not? Want to holler at Canty. I'd like to get him down here one weekend. I think it'd be cool to him play a simul. Maybe do like a cool tournament. Like to get into streaming more. That's one of those things where it's like it's going to get the right pieces. Like someone like who's down and come up with a vision. I think we have some great chess players, some great characters. Really be awesome to keep building that. And that's where it comes like just getting a producer, the DGT board and stuff like that. As much like I'd love to do all that myself. You've seen me run around these chess nights. It'd also kind of be difficult for me to do that. But I think it'd be awesome just to kind of continue to showcase the amazing community that we have of characters on that chessboard on a bigger scale. And so just want to just keep growing the game, man. That's it. I don't. There's so much, man. It's just like we'll be playing chess forever. I feel we'll be finding ways forever to keep doing this. So those are the first things I want to start doing.
What's also so exciting about those things, it's not just what they are, but it's also that like they're so possible, like they're given where you are now and the momentum that you're carrying, like there's nothing that's like, dang, that might take a while. Mm-mm. Everything's like like right there. It's at arm's reach.
For sure.
And, and like I know that you're enjoying this, but curious to know what doing these chess nights is costing you. Like I would do these podcasts every Wednesday, and like I was I was doing those. I did those for 32 weeks straight, and I'm talking to the person, I'm making the flyer, I'm putting the polls, doing the interview, and editing, putting on YouTube Sunday. I'm doing that for weeks, and like my Wednesday nights were spoken for. I was hurt because I couldn't get the Ladybird for a long time because I'm always podcasting on this night. And I'm also like, Saturday nights I'm usually editing because I gotta have the video out by Sunday, and stuff like that. So I'm curious to know if like as beneficial as these chess nights have been, like has it cost you anything that you're like, dang, I wish I could make some more time for that.
It's like right now at this particular moment, no. I make time to I make sure to take time for myself. Like I know like it's important for me to give to others I need to give to myself. Um, so that's why I find a lot of peace in running. I run a lot. That's like just that's my me time. Um, like the gym is my me time. I'll play some video games for a couple hours with my friends. Like I recharge my battery. Um, that I really haven't missed out on. I will say like as far as like relationship goes, it's kind of hard because I feel like I can't be a good boyfriend right now, and not that like I'm like that means I'm a bad person. I'm my just mentally, my mind is like always thinking about chess and growing, and eventually I'll get to a point sometime where like I'll free up some more bandwidth um, to like welcome something like that into my life. Um, but I don't feel like I'm missing out on anything right now. Like I'm happy. I'm content. I'm not lonely. I have a great group of friends. I enjoy chess a lot, and I enjoy growing it. And I'm mindful to show up for myself. And there's even nights where I've had a couple nights like last year. I think towards the end of the year, I was just kind of I was getting close. I was like, man, I need a little break. It's been a long year, and I'm thankful that Steve will hold it down for me. So like I'm never too cool or hard headed to know like when I need a break. And I'm thankful that I got some good people I can reach out to, and I just need to take some time for myself. So I'm really conscious of like my feelings and like when I'm aware, and like I know when I need some time, and I take that. But I'm not missing out on anything right now.
It's beautiful, and it sounds like you have a really nice like balanced approach to it. And it's normally people will be so far in one direction that they're forgetting about what they need to take care of on the other front. But it's cool. It sounds like you got that good balance to it.
Thank you, man.
Mhm. And um, man, what do you think we've I mean, we've gone so many different places in conversation. Do you think we've missed anything along the way?
What do you do to fill your cup?
Man, so I for one, I do a lot of drawing personally. Like I do artwork and stuff for a job, but I have so many ideas that like I just have, and I just take the time to put those out. And I also I do a lot of, I mean, I do stuff like going to the chess nights. Those chess nights are a lot of fun for me. I play a lot of chess online, and I always treat those like practice when I'm online, but then I go and see like how I fare over the board against just people, and you know, mixed results. But I also like to go to the rinks. I roller skate often. My lady roller skates, so we go and we'll do like skate parties and stuff like that. Um, and I play video games, but I've been in a like I used to play a lot of like big online games. I used to play like Overwatch and like Valorant and stuff. But now I'm playing a lot of like indie games because I've been getting into coding and game development as well. So I've been trying to
Uh,
play some smaller games, just things that are a little bit more in my reach of like, okay, I could actually make this, and playing around with a bunch of stuff like that. And yeah, I'd be hanging out with my dog, and that's really like on an everyday basis. That's the type of stuff when like if work is getting to be a bunch, or if I just need to like decompress, like those are the things that I reach towards.
I like that, man. You got that's a chill life, bro. I love that. Those are like all
Yeah.
like good and happy things.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
I don't really do too much. I've always been somebody that is just like um like there's been a part of me sometimes where I'm like, man, I'm in my 20s. I feel like I should just be doing a bunch of like stupid shit. So I don't really. I just been kind of smooth, like regular pace.
Hey, that's the best, man. That consistency will win.
Hmm.
My homies all have my location, and they're like, Seth, bro, you never leave the house. So if I'm not at chess or working out, I have everything I need here to make me happy. I got my video games, my food. Like, I love my space. So like,
Hmm.
yeah, this is where I'm at. I get all my social stuff done with chess, and bartend the nightclub a couple nights a week. So I love my piece at the crib.
Hmm. What kind of games do you play? I I was lurking on your old YouTube channel. You played a lot of Call of Duty, but are you still
Yeah.
on Call of Duty, or are you playing other stuff?
So I play a bunch of random stuff. Man, my Steam library is crazy. Hold on. I got
Because I knew
the
once
last
I
indie
asked
game I
you,
was really playing.
uh-huh.
Go ahead.
I knew once I asked you if you had Discord and you said yeah real quick. I was like, oh, he knows. He's hip.
Oh, I stay in. I'm popping in another Discord channel. My homies after this. Um, the last indie game I put a lot of hours in. Megabonk. That was a fun game.
Megabonk.
Uh, Megabonk, and that was made by like one kid,
Okay.
indie developer. That was a really fun game. I like roguelikes a lot. Different like
Man,
roguelikes. Bro, I can play the crap. I can play those
that's
for days.
that's my joy. That's the only games I like to really play now because I usually like to play a game as a break. So a lot of times I'm playing for like an hour and then I'm off, or 40 minutes I'm out. So I can play for a run and then be on back to work or whatever. And it
For
feel like it's the
sure.
perfect game. It's the perfect way to like kind of just indulge like that. And two roguelikes. I don't know if you played them or not. Balatro, Nuclear Throne.
Balatro, I got a embarrassing amount of hours in. Uh, but
So good.
yes, that game is great. Nuclear Throne. I'm looking this up right now.
The game is like $6 or something. It's like one of those. It's slick like a zombie survivor, top down shooter. It is
Oh
to
yeah.
me. It's like it's almost the perfect game of that genre. Like I know people who have been consistently playing that game for like 9 years. And it's like
No way.
it's got so much depth to it. Like it's on the surface, it's very like it's just these silly characters running around shooting these monsters, but then you realize there's so much depth. Like you go into a level with this if you have this weapon on you and you get into this level, it's going to take you here instead. Or if you do this, it'll take you to the end. Or, there's so many weapons to unlock. There's different ways to unlock characters. And I mean, it's got a lot of lore to it. It's a lot of depth, and it keeps you playing, and it's just addicting enough to where like I can start that back up. And it feels fair when you die. You're like, I got too close, or like I got too greedy. I'm gonna run it back. So I
I love
highly
that. Thank
recommend.
you. Hey, it is now on my wish list.
Highly recommend
And
it.
most recently, I wanted to play it since day one, but I could not get my friends to hop on with me. But I'm not sure if you remember that game called Valheim that came out. It was like this
Uh,
like survival base builder type thing. There's like 8 bosses in this realm. You got to it's like an adventure. It's kind of like a Rust or something like that. But I
mm,
finally got a couple of my homies on board, and we've been building this amazing world in this realm, trying to take down these bosses and stuff. So
mhm,
after we get done with this call, I'm going to go farm some minerals so I can make some better armor.
yeah. Have you tried out Arc Raiders?
Oh yeah, I got that. I really enjoy, like, the gameplay is awesome, the style is awesome. I love how it brought everybody together. Um, for me personally, there's always like these like little like quests, daily quests, like kind of storyline quests. But after I knocked out all of those, I'm like, okay, I don't. It's fun, but like I don't necessarily just need to go just get a bunch of loot. There was a massive update today. I did download the update. I'll probably go see what it looks like. But yeah, I probably got a good amount of hours in on Arc Raiders. Let's see. Yeah, see, I got 200 hours on Arc Raiders. Yes, I played a lot of Arc Raiders.
I'm not sure
Now
how
I'm
many
curious how many I
hours
got
I
on
have.
Balatro.
Oh man, man, I got some hours. I got some hours on Balatro. I think I have like it's like 380 something, 385 or something crazy.
I'm at 310. I'm at
So
310.
you know,
Yeah,
man, that game is nuts. The game is nuts.
yeah.
Like I think that was
That's a
made by
great game
one
for
guy
sure.
too,
That's awesome.
and
That's awesome.
it's crazy. And it's stuff like that. It really makes me want to like put some stuff together. Me and my friend made a game for a jam like early last year, and like I mean, it just opened my whole world. For one, it humbled me because I was like, oh, I'm gonna be the one to make the next Balatro. Like I'm gonna do that, and then no, it was very like you get into that programming and you start writing code and you realize like, oh, this is not for the weak. And it was humbling, but it was inspiring, and it really made me want to like go down that journey the right way.
Dude, can you imagine like a chess Balatro?
They people have tried. People have tried. There's a game called Gambonanza, and that one is like it's so much like Balatro. It feels like a rip. Like it's even got like the trippy like beginning screen, and it's like you
Oh
get the
damn.
shop and you can buy pieces, and it's basically like puzzles, but each like blind would be like puzzles, and then you're just playing the right way. But I don't know. It just feels a little bit too close to Balatro. Um, but I definitely think there's some potential in there. I think the code is yet to be cracked on it, but I think it'd be perfect. Be
Oh,
perfect.
chess roguelike would be crazy.
Have you tried King of the Bridge?
I'm not.
King of
Add
the
that to my.
Bridge is on Steam as well, and it's troll chess. Troll chess is like this. You basically are playing chess against a troll, and you're on this bridge, and you have to play in a certain way, but he be trying to cheat. And when he cheats, you can reference the rule book and point out which rule he broke. And if you do that correctly, then you get to move any piece like how you want to, and it's a completely different rule set. Like he puts a big twist on the game, and it's a lot of fun. Like I would recommend. It's a lot of fun playing that game.
For $1.49, that's getting bought right now, my friend.
Yeah. Please, like, let me know what you think. Like, it's fun. Like, it's actually really good. Man, I'm looking at the time. We've been at this for a minute, but I do want to before we wrap up here, I have a closing tradition on the podcast. Because it is the Vertex, it serves as the point of connection. I want to offer you the opportunity to connect with any person, place, or thing in the world. And my hope is that through the podcast growing and through the community growing, that we can make these connections a lot easier over time. So, my hope is that, like, months, years down the line, anybody you want to reach out to, somebody knows somebody to get this connection going. And so just want to open the floor for you to, it could be anybody. It could be a dream client. It could be a cousin you fell out of contact with at at an early age. It could be anybody, anything.
Well, I don't have a lot of crushes, but I do have a crush on this lady. Found out she's an amazing chess player. Apparently, her parents were like master level players. But I would love to meet and have her at chess, Pink Panthers. I think she is a
Oh,
great
yeah.
artist, a beautiful human being, and she apparently is an amazing chess player. So I think it'd be really dope to have her at the chess night sometime. So Pink
Mhm.
Panthers is who I'd love to meet one day through the game of chess, and for you.
Yeah, the Pink Panther is like, and it's stuff like that. That's the reason why this podcast got started, because everybody knows Pink Panthers because of the music. But then it's like, I think it was a post where she was like she won a tournament or something. And I'm like,
Yeah,
you don't even know that, like, oh yeah, like I play chess and I'm good at it. And you're like, what? I think it's so cool being able to find like those other facets about people.
for sure. Yeah, I saw that and like my heart just like skipped a beat. It's like that's awesome. I
Mhm.
liked her music, I liked her vibe. I was like, and she's good at chess. Like, come on now, we got to meet her someday. We got to meet her
Mhm.
someday.
Put that out there on the record so that and get that
I
connection
can't I can't wait
going.
I can't wait to come back to this cliff when we find me. That's gonna be awesome. That is gonna be
Mhm.
awesome.
One more thing, just I personally would like to try to. I know that you're in the process of like making merchandise and things like that. Man, I am just offering. I would love to be able to help with any sort of designs and graphic designs or merch designs that you have going on. I think that, I mean, the brand and even the letters, like, all together, can be played around with. The word Atlanta is such an interesting word to play around with, because it's a word like with three A's, and it's in the beginning, the middle, and the end, and then like all the chess motifs, city motifs. It's really like an endless type of playground for that type of stuff. But I'm not sure if you have a
Toy Town.
designated graphic designer, but yeah, I
You're
would
you're
love to
you're
hear
looking
about it.
at him right now. It's just me, man. So I would 100% love to chop it up with you about that and bounce some ideas off. So yeah, that's a whole nother conversation that I would love to have with you.
Bet, 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 bet.
Hell yeah.
Well, cool. Well, shoot. Thank you so much again for this episode, man. I think that it was a joy getting to know you a little bit more over this hour and some change.
This was awesome. Like as many times you've been to chess and Eric, I just kind of sit down, just like no distractions, just chop it up with you. I would love to do this with more members of the community. Like this is like I come across so many people like every week, but I really the way I'm just always kind of like bouncing around. It's nice just to be off my phone for a minute and just engage and have this conversation. So, dude, I really appreciate it. This has been awesome.
Thank you. And man, and I just think that there's something to be said about the fact that, I mean, Atlanta's chess scene has completely transformed, and I feel like it's centralized because of your efforts. And I know that, like, there's so much to it that people probably don't even realize has to come out of your efforts and out of your time. And so I just want to thank you. If it's ever felt like a thankless job for you, like, I appreciate you for putting these events on, because not only has it's inspired me to get back into chess and more skilled in my chess game, but it's also just become something where, like, you feel a greater sense of pride being a chess player. You don't feel like a nerd anymore. You don't feel like a lame because you're a chess player, but you actually feel like a cool kid, or like somebody that's doing something good in the world because you're a chess player. And so the fact that you're upping the community, you're upping the reputation of the game, and you're bringing people together. I mean, I think it's amazing. So I appreciate you just being the one willing to do that each and every week.
Thank you, brother. That means a lot. It
Absolutely.
really does.
Absolutely.
All right, my friend. Well, man, hit me up anytime. I'll send you a message on Discord. And again, I appreciate it. And I hope to see you tomorrow night.
All right, man. Catch you later.
All right, brother. Peace.
Thank you so much for watching the episode. One of my favorite things about doing this podcast is hearing about when someone resonates with something we said. It's truly the reason I continue to make these happen. Comment down below what stuck with you, and we can continue the discussion further. Also consider liking and subscribing. It helps me bring in more amazing creatives and helps me make this show better for you all every episode. Catch y'all next week.